a song. Just drop one. We're gonna see. I play football. Here we go.
Yeah, football.
Play football. I'm about business. I really want to be a pro. I want to be one of the great ones, and I just want to be a good teammate at the end of the day. You know, I want to win a lot of football games in my career. I always compete.
Am I wrong for saying this? Cam Ward is seeming like one of the least covered first overall draft picks in NFL, at least in the last 5 to 10 years, man. Like, just the media coverage that we're getting of Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, you know, even Shiloh Sanders, guys that didn't even get drafted, compared to Cam Ward, is absolutely insane. And yes, I'm a part of it. We all a part of it. Everyone that posts YouTube videos, we all play a role in it. But listen, the Shedeur Sanders stuff is getting views. It's doing numbers. It's going virals on X, on YouTube, on TikTok, on everything. The Cam Ward content is pulling no numbers. People is not watching it. Why? Why y'all not watching? Let me know down in the comments. Like, why is Cam Ward not getting this hype? Like, obviously, a lot of people like Shedeur Sanders. A lot of people hate him. A lot of people think he's trash, the worst thing in the world. And maybe that's why he's doing so many numbers on these platforms, because he's controversial right now. Compared to Cam Ward, you know, he was kind of expected to be the first overall pick. And, you know, even with, like, the media coverage while the draft was going on, while Cam Ward getting drafted, you know, you got guys like Mel Kiper talking about Shedeur Sanders. You know, they showing Shedeur Sanders all throughout the draft, and the whole just overall storyline from the draft was all Shedeur Sanders stuff. A little old 5th round draft pick from a school out there in Colorado. And it's to the point where, like, the biggest name going into the draft, I think, obviously, was Shedeur Sanders. You know, you probably got Travis Hunter, number 2, and Cam Ward, a close 3rd. Now, I feel like it's Shedeur Sanders, like, by 10x. Like, he's just doing so much media right now. The Browns going crazy with their social media posts. You know, Dylan Gabriel, I feel like he's getting talked about more, at least from what I've seen, than Cam Ward, than our first overall draft pick. And why is that? Like, we're here to talk about that in this video. If y'all enjoy this content, like, comment, subscribe, man. We're doing more college football stuff, NFL stuff, a little bit everything. But for me, it's really confusing. And, like, this tweet right here, I seen this a couple days ago. I had to save it to my bookmarks. Yes, Cam Ward was at rookie minicamp. You wouldn't know about the media coverage. 100%. I've seen very few Cam Ward stuff pop up on my social medias. You know, I'm not that heavy on social media, but I just didn't see much pop up of Cam Ward. Now, I seen Shedeur stuff for sure. Maybe that's just my algorithm, but I seen Shedeur stuff. I also seen some Shiloh stuff, seen some Travis Hunter, seen a little bit, but I did not see any Cam Ward stuff. Man, I even seen Jackson Dart pop up before Cam Ward. And for me, it's like, why? Like, what's the issue here, man? Also, you got even Mario Cristobal, who is Miami head coach, pretty much calling out Mel Kiper Jr., who was criticizing Cam Ward a little bit during the draft, then also constantly talking about Shedeur Sanders all throughout the draft, and it was getting a little bit annoying for some people. Some people was heated at Mel Kiper because he kept talking about Shedeur Sanders. I think he had Shedeur one of the top quarterbacks on his draft board, as a lot of teams did, a lot of people did, I should say. Obviously, a lot of teams didn't. But it's at the point where, like, what's really going on? Like, I think Cam Ward is going to be a pretty good quarterback. You know, I'm interested to see what he does. I'm interested to see if it's going to be any type quarterback battle. Because remember, they still have Will Levis, you know. And I don't think it'll be a quarterback battle, but I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, it was. If it was a quarterback battle and he did end up coming out on top. But Cam Ward, also, the primetime games, all of the schedule came out for the NFL, man. Shout out my Eagles. We going to the chip again, all of that. But no, you got Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders don't have any primetime games this season. I don't have any issues with the Browns having no primetime games because Shedeur Sanders, he could be the 3rd string quarterback. Do I think he will be? No, but it's a real possibility. Cam Ward, number 1 overall draft pick, he's more likely to start, even though I just said I'm interested to see if it will be a quarterback battle. Most likely, he's going to be the starting quarterback. Shedeur Sanders got to earn that starting spot. So I'm fine with the Browns not getting no primetime games. But you have the Titans not with no primetime games. But the interesting part, man, you do have, you know, this week 14 matchup, Tennessee Titans versus the Browns, and people saying because they put this game towards the end of the season, at that point, maybe Shedeur Sanders starting. If he don't win the starting job, maybe at that point, they throw him out there. You got head coaches trying to keep their job, GMs trying to keep their jobs. So they mixing up the lineup if they're not winning games. So they saying, maybe that's why they put that game at the end of the season. Listen, this game right here could feed families, or it could be, 2 0-8 teams, or just really bad teams with bad records could be facing off, and both these quarterbacks could be starting at this point. I think it would definitely be interesting to see. You got Cam Ward opening up on September 7th against the Broncos and Bo Nix out there in Denver, Colorado. I think that should also be an interesting matchup. Two young quarterbacks facing off. I'm interested to see what happens. Then the Saints also, the third team to not have a primetime game. So pretty much the young quarterbacks not getting no love, man. The Saints not having a primetime. We don't even know who their quarterback is going to be, man. The Saints might struggle next year. We'll see. We'll see how that quarterback play situation happens with Derek Carr retiring. That puts them in a tricky situation. So we'll just have to see, man. You got guys like, come on, man. Come on, Cam Ward out here with Calvin Ridley. They getting their reps in a little bit blurry. Come on, tighten up. There we go. Nice little dot, man. Getting that early work in. But let me know, man. Have y'all seen any stuff like this? If you click this video, maybe you already got Cam Ward in your feed and your algorithm. But like I said, mine, I had to search for this stuff, man. I had to actually go out and find this stuff, man. I think I speak for most NFL fans when I say I'm generally excited about Tennessee Titan quarterback, #1 overall pick Cam Ward. Leaving him off the entire primetime schedule feels like a missed opportunity to showcase a potential star. And I would agree, Jordan. I would definitely agree, man. You got to at least, man, we want to see him. We want to see him in the prime time, man. We not about to go our way to watch a Cam Ward game. Put him in the prime time, man. It don't have to be week 1, but at least give him some prime time game. It's amazing to me that every team don't get at least one prime time game.
Come on, bro. Let's make a song. Let's drop one. We're shit. I play football. Here we go.
Yeah, football.
I play football. You ain't got no hobbies outside of that?
I mean, Cam Ward is just that serious type dude. There ain't nothing wrong with that. It ain't one single thing wrong with that. Guess what? Who's another serious type dude? Jalen Hurts, my quarterback, man. He went out there won He went out there with a championship, man. I'm over here talking about college football. But no, Cam Ward just seemed like that serious type dude. He want to be known for football and football only. Talking about making a song. We not hearing that shit, Shedeur. We trying to go win the title. We trying to go be something special. And maybe that's part of the I don't know. Maybe that's part of the reason, people are not really talking about him right now, or I don't know.
Just talking about business. I really want to be a pro. I want to be one of the great ones. And I just want to be a good teammate at the end of the day. I want to win a lot of football games in my career. I always compete in everything I do with myself, other quarterbacks, receivers, anything we're doing, we compete. So it really don't bother me. At the end of the day, it's a job. So, that's how you got to approach it. You got to get your work in early in the morning, late at night. So it's every day for me. I do the same stuff every day, and I just try to get better. I'm ready. That's really what I've been waiting so long for, to get around the full team. I'm excited, to play with 10-year guys who's done it. I'll get a chance to finally talk to them in person, and see what they went through, their rookie year, get some advice from them. But I'm excited, and I'm just ready to compete against those guys in camp.
I mean, Mr. Nonchalant, can we call him that? Mr. Nonchalant, man, with his interviews and also with his play, man. Y'all know how he play on the field, the little nonchalant play style. I'm interested to see if he does that at all in the league. I don't think so. I don't think we'll see many reps like that where he's, just super nonchalant. He had a lot of time in that pocket in college, man. A lot of time in some of those pockets. But, no, good interview from him, man. Cam Ward just seemed like the type of guy, put his head down, go to work, man. He ain't here for all the drama, all the extra. He here for the cheese and also for the football. Got some Cam Ward highlights. Like I said, we had to search and find this. We had to search, go out there and find this stuff, man, because it just wasn't, like I said, all the Shedeur stuff, easy to find, man. It was going viral. You had teams reposting it. You had the Browns posting it from their page. You had everyone posting it, man. Cam Ward stuff, you got to go out and find it.
Cam Ward play is that he plays the position unconsciously as far as the results go. Have you ever like heard a great golfer talk about like Jack Nicklaus has said, like, I never missed a putt. I never in my mind. You know, I would commit to it and I would hit the putt. If it went in or not, like that was beyond what was in my control. My control was like put it on the line that I'm intending and hit a good putt. And I never hit a bad putt. I always hit a good putt. That's what he would say. And it's this idea of like removing yourself from the result. So immersing yourself in the process. And that's kind of how I see Cam Ward as he plays, because there's a fearlessness with which he drives the football down the field. No question. Cam Ward play is that he plays the position.
I think that's a very interesting way to put it, Joe Clack. Interesting, what I'll say. I think Cam Ward will go on to have a pretty good career. I'm interested to see how good, what he turns out to be. Who y'all got for his NFL comp? Like, do y'all have an NFL comp for me? Who y'all got? But the consensus from, like, the Browns camp was at least that Shedeur Sanders had a very good camp. Also, Dylan Gabriel had a very good camp, man. Both quarterbacks had pretty good camps. Like, coming out of this with I have no idea. Like, I have no idea who had a good, like, if he was out there balling, if Cam Ward was out there going crazy, just because, like I said, the media was not covering him the same as they was covering Shedeur, Dylan Gabriel. Like, it's just not as talked about. Even doing some research, still a little bit hard to find, like, real information of, like, how good of a camp he really had. But I just want to get on here and talk to y'all a little bit about Cam Ward. Y'all let me know why y'all think this is the case. Like, why is he not getting no media coverage? I think it's unfortunate that he has Shedeur Sanders in the same draft class as him. And the fact that Shedeur dropped this far and now is like trying to make a name for himself, I don't think that helps anything. I think if Shedeur would have won the second round, probably wouldn't be as big of a deal as it is right now. But it's like just the fact that the whole draft was pretty much covered. Like at the end of it, it was like Shedeur Sanders, Shedeur Sanders. That was every single headline. 5th round draft pick, Browns, this, that, third, first round ends, the whole day. The whole thing is like, whoa, he didn't get drafted? Second 2 rounds, or second and third round, another headline. He still didn't get drafted. Where he's going to go? Like nobody was talking about the stuff that maybe really mattered, like Cam Ward or, some of these other top draft picks. Unless, like, that really was your favorite team, you probably was super invested. But, like, I just haven't. They're not pushing Cam Ward on social media. I don't know why. Maybe it's the Titans' fault. I don't know. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all want to see next. And we on to the next one.